everyone! Magandang araw! For today's video, I'll be sharing to you the tips on how to write a strong statement of purpose. But before we proceed, let us first define what is a statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is a crucial document you need to submit if you wish to study in Australia. It is a type of an essay or a written statement done by the applicant. So if you are going to study there, so you will be the applicant. This help the Australian Immigration Committee in assessing your documents. It is a letter or intent where you lay down the details about yourself, your intent to study in Australia, and the reason behind taking the course. This should be perfected because if one or more lacking statements were not available, this may lead to disapproval of your visa or the refusal of your visa. It is necessary to take this seriously and genuinely. So now, here are the tips in writing a strong statement of purpose. The first thing that you need to do is to describe the circumstances in your home country. Like for example, you describe yourself. Who are you? How old are you? What is your gender? Where do you live? And then you describe the circumstances of your family, like what is the work of your father, your mother, or whoever is your sponsor. And then you state your academic background. You describe your field of expertise and the work experiences that you had. If in case there is a gap in terms of your study, like for instance, you ended up as a third year college student and then there's a 6 months that you are not able to study, then you need to describe or state the reason of why you were not able to continue your study. Tip number 2 is to describe the course that you chose and the reason behind it. So you just explain why you are going to take this course and why can't you take that course in your home country. Make it sure that it is justifiable because this might be one of the reason of your refusal. So you need to explain why there is a need for you to go to other country instead of having it here in your home country where in fact it is available and cheaper. You need also to describe how are you going to pay your tuition fee, your home accommodation, your food, and all other expenses that you need to have while staying in Australia. Make sure also that you are not going to state there that in order to finance yourself, you are going to work in Australia. That's a big no-no because it would only make the immigration think that your main purpose was really to work and not to study. The goal here is for you to pass and to make it sure that the immigration would look into your statement of purpose as much as possible that you really wish to study in Australia. Another thing that you need to consider is why you are going to study on Australia and not in your home country. So this is very important also, especially if the course that you're going to take is also available in the country. So you need to find ways to reason out why there is a need for you to really go abroad, what benefit it will give you, what are the advantages it can offer you compared to studying here in the Philippines or in your home country. You also need to provide a justification why you chose to study in that particular school and not in other schools in Australia or even in other countries. So you may include their awards, their certification, and other offerings that might be unique in that certain school compared to other institution. Now, for tip number 3, you need to describe the potential circumstances that you might have in Australia. So, the first thing that you need to do is to explain or describe what you know about Australia. So, here, you need to include some references so that it would really be strong enough to defend that this is really what Australia is, or this is really true about Australia. So you might include some references. So you can use the APA format, like writing a thesis if you wish. You state the author or the one who stated it, and then the year, or at the last part, you may include the references or the website if it is taken from a certain article, or you write the link where did you get that one. So that would mean that you really studied what is Australia before going there. And then you need to present your proposed living expenses. So this includes your home accommodation, what will be your budget for the food, transportation, your internet, and etc. And if you really wish to make this stronger, you need to provide some facts or some articles that would really say that this is the ideal expenses of a student in that particular state in Australia. Moving forward, you also need to state the financial benefits that you can have after studying this course. So you might include there is an increase in your salary, or there's an increase in your position, which is equivalent to a much higher salary. Or other reasons, like you can build a business out from it and it would have a potential salary of which is higher compared to your current salary rate. And then include the key aspects that interest you to pursue this course. So, how this is relevant to your experience, or how this helps improve your current situation in life, your perspective in life, your future plans, and whatsoever. And now for the last tip, the tip number 4. I'll be sharing to you the importance of the value of the course to your future or your home ties, and the declaration that all your statement were true. So first thing is the value of the course to your future. It is important that you need to include how this course benefit you. Is this relevant to your current level of education? How can this help you find a better employment prospects in the future? Is this in demand in your home country? And how can this help improve your situation in the country? How can you help improve your countrymen? So you need to justify all those things. And also, you need to state your expected salary as you go back home. Is there an increase in your salary? What are the other opportunities that you can have after finishing this course? And you need also to consider uh, including in your statement the return of investment after finishing this course. So it is important that after taking this course, you will provide a statement that would see to it that you are not indebted. Instead, you progress and you earn something. Because in studying in Australia, you need to invest a huge amount of money, and it is important that you are able to explain how are you going to get back all those expenses that you have and gain something aside from your investment. You need also to specify your future plans after taking this course, so that the immigration could really see that there is a need for you to take this course because you have a wonderful vision, and you wish to fulfill that vision through studying this course. Make sure also not to forget the benefits of taking this course to your countrymen. So you need to include the reasons how this will help them, such as giving them awareness or improving their perspectives or doing something good in the society. That would be a good point. On the other hand, you need to include some other transactions that you have before, such as lodging visas for other countries, or if you happen to lodge your application for Australia but got refused, you need to discuss or describe or share everything about it. And you also need to discuss if you have been to Australia before as either a traveler. The most important tip here is for you to describe all your circumstances in a positive way. I discourage you to state it in a negative way so that the reader could see it that you are an optimistic person. And then you also need to tell in your statement of purpose that you have plans of going back home. Please do not state there that you wish to have your permanency in Australia, because that is a big no-no. Because what you are going to apply for is student visa, and you are expected to go home after you finish your intake. And then, in order to have a strong support on that you really wish to go home, you can provide some description regarding your home ties. Remember, most of the refused visa application falls under home ties. So this is very crucial. You need to prove that you really need to go home and you provide a good support on it. If possible, you have documents attached, that would be better. Okay. So let's start with the family ties. You may put there that you have a family member who is sick or who is old that needs proper care, or you are the only child or the eldest of the family and you need to take good care of your parents. So that would be one. The second would be social ties. Like for example, you have a lot of friends in your place and then you cannot live without them, or your boyfriend or girlfriend is still in your home country and you cannot live without them, or you have a great responsibility in your community and you need to come back so that you can fulfill those responsibilities. So those are just some of the examples for social ties. Now for emotional ties, you may include there that you easily get homesick, you are not very into living alone, and most of your relatives are in your home country and you need to go home because that your family values matters the most. So that's one point. And also work ties, like for example, you still have a lot of works in your home country, or if you finish this course, this would help your present work to improve their services or to strengthen their services. So that would be also. And lastly, the economic ties. Like for example, you have inheritance or you have properties in your country and you need to attend it, or there are a lot of documents that needed to finish so that it will be acquired properly or whatsoever. So make it sure that your home ties is very well stated so that the immigration officer would believe that you really wish to go home after your study in Australia. And lastly, you are going to fill out the declaration form. Actually, if you are in an agency, there's a statement already there and all you have to do is to sign it. But if not, you kindly just ask those who are done with the statement of purpose. There are actually Facebook pages like the Students in Australia page where you can ask for help, and most of the members there are very much willing to help you improve your statement of purpose or your GTE. So that's it. Thank you so much for listening to my experiences in writing a statement of purpose. I hope you learn something. I may not give everything, but at least you're able to grasp something from it. Thank you so much and have a great day.